What's going on, everyone? This is the Liam Catterson here, and today we're going to be reacting to RWBY. This is Volume 5, Chapter number 7, Rest and Resolutions. So we're at the halfway point, and so eerie to think about, but I guess time flies when you're enjoying RWBY. But yes, the halfway point after this, so things are expected to get a little juicier. We've had a lot of narrative stuff going on throughout the season. We've had quite the action, but with everything that's been planned, such as the attack on Haven and the attack on the Belladonnas, I'm expecting things to start getting juicier and all that after this episode. I think this episode is a nice little bridge, I guess. I'm not sure if it's going to be too progressive, because the thumbnail indicates Yang and Nora in a bit of competition, which should be fun to see. But it's also 12 minutes long, so there's so much to include in 12 minutes. Like now that after the ending of last week's episode, where we saw the Team RWBY reunion and Yang and Weiss making their way back to RWBY, and everyone's not just that, but I doubt things will all be too happy and comforting like it was in the last episode, in that last minute. Because we know that Raven had planted some speculative thoughts going into Yang's head about Ozpin, and I don't think Yang knows about Ozpin being in Oscar, so she has Oscar will have to get that out the way, as well as Yang asking Ozpin what the hell's going on, basically, with what Raven said in the last episode. But yeah, it's going to be interesting. Of course, Crow couldn't find any huntsmen. They all seem to be not available at all, and I'm assuming they're all dead. So there's a point of no return for the huntsmen, so they can't aid Crow and RWBY and everyone for the defense of Haven. So some really dark times going on. But with that said, I'm really looking forward to this episode. It's going to be really interesting to see how the fallout of the Team RWBY reunion comes to be. So without further ado, let's get starting with Rest and Resolutions. Back to the fairy tale, back to the show, back to the wall, and there's nowhere to go. Hopeless and desperate, all past it first. Things looking bleak and about to get worse. Helpless and doomed, and there's no way to win. Goals unachievable, faith running thin. Lost and forlorn, impossible odds. That's when you learn you've been messing with God. Sand in your grin, tear off my limb. Strike me with bolts of lightning. I won't die. The battle seems unwinnable, but all we need's a miracle. We're going up, we'll never be denied. Can't wish away the dismal days, can bring back what is gone. Won't waste my tears on yesteryears, instead we'll carry on. We'll win for sure, we will enjoy, though our goal is far. We'll be the ones to touch the sun. Triumph will be ours. I'm risking it. Risking singing. Risking everyone's hearing. Ooh, look at that! The animation.
How do you lose your map at a time like that?
Believe me, I've asked myself the same thing ever since.
Oh, this is nice.
Hey, but you made up for it, Mr. Muscles. You should have seen this guy take a giant grim head-on.
I couldn't have done it without RWBY wearing it down.
Me? Did you see Ren during that fight? He was out of control.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I may have lost my temper momentarily.
No, and out of control is an awesome.
Oh.
Yes.
Thank you.
That long pause, thank you. That was nice. That was
You did not.
Yeah, right in the middle of the party. Please tell me you let that lady have it.
Are they
not.
reflecting on what
Even if
happened
I
with
did
with
really
everything
want
with falling for
No
from
way.
both sides of the party.
I don't believe it.
Poor Nora. Yes, this is great. Reflecting on Volume 4.
It's no replacement for the real thing,
Oh!
but I'll make sure to make good use of it.
That's amazing. Incredible.
Oh!
And
Ru-
it's just as strong?
Sure is.
Oh! Oh!
Wanna
Nora,
bet?
come on!
Nora, please. Now's not the time.
Oh, here we go! Come on!
Don't let her
Come
beat
on,
you.
you can do
I
this.
don't know who to root for, they're just both as awesome.
Oh, you can't lose to a girl in a skirt. You were a
Oh.
skirt, Ruby. Why is you not cheering loud enough? It definitely feels like the original.
Oh,
I'll
wow.
give you that.
Yep, but it does have some new features.
Oh,
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 yeah?
don't be cheating. Oh, that's cheating! Rocket punch!
Did she win?
I think Yang beat that with a technical. Oh, God. Oh, Yang. Oh, man, this is nice. Yang seeing Yang laugh as
We
well.
ate it all. Oh, I think
Wow.
I'm gonna be sick.
That was really, really
Easy there,
great.
Vomit Boy. I believe in you.
Vomit Boy!
Oh, we're doing nickname throwbacks now. Wonderful.
Oh,
I
man.
mean, the ice cream.
The
seems to like
nostalgia.
it. I so did not miss you people.
Oh, she
Oh
did
my
that.
gosh, she really does like it. What went and warmed your heart while you were gone?
Oh, man.
You make it sound like I used to be terrible.
Nah, just a lot to deal with at once.
Yes. Oh, man, I
It's
just
been a
love
long
this.
time.
Yes.
We've all grown in our own ways.
You really think so?
Well,
Yeah, definitely.
Think back to when we were all at Beacon. Would you say you ever did anything foolish or embarrassing? Or do you think you were perfect?
Oh gosh.
I may have been a little too
This is your
gung-ho
life.
from time to time.
You? I tried to 1v1 a Nevermore on the second day of school.
Yeah.
No, but
well,
you did a really good job.
Don't get me started.
Well, that
Oh.
embarrassment, that desire to go back and tell yourself not to be so stupid, that just proves you're not the same person you used to be.
You've evolved.
Or smarter, or kinder, or stronger. And you're not done growing yet. None of us are.
Oh, wow. Ren's got a point, but that was...
Turns out Ren gets real deep when he feels like talking.
No, but he's got a point about how they've evolved.
Great in school.
Even at the dance, when you spilled punch all over yourself in front of...
Yes, especially the dance. Thank you, Yay.
How can six
bad.
kids possibly make so much noise eating dinner?
Trust me, Crow, it's possible. Crow's like being the responsible adult. But the nostalgia was just really, really nice to see. I just got so many warm vibes. It felt like RWBY's early days. Ooh.
So, the maidens, magic, Salem, it's all true?
Yep, Amando.
Miss Zhao Long, is this more or less what your mother told you?
Ooh, because remember the speculative thoughts.
For the most part.
You forgot something.
Ooh.
You forgot to tell everyone what you did to Crow and my mother.
Ooh. Ooh.
what is she talking about? Oh, great.
He's just like,
That's not a secret I thought she would give up so easily. Your mother must trust you a great deal.
she's got,
My ability to reincarnate, though a curse,
no,
isn't
not
without
about
a
that.
few key benefits. Much like the maidens, I too possess a certain magical power.
Yes, the
Using this
wizard.
power, I was able to gift the Bronwyn twins the ability to see more,
Now he's going into
to
that.
move freely and be unburdened by their natural bodies. Well, gave them the ability to turn into birds.
Yes, you did.
Rather ridiculous sounding out loud, isn't it?
Yeah, but
What? Uncle?
damn.
You turned them into birds.
All right, now you're just messing with us.
What else is new?
You can tell it's some serious when Noah's like,
We saw it. Yang's mom changed. right in front of us.
Yep. So the truth becomes exposed to everyone about Crow and Raven.
Why would you do something like that? I mean, what is wrong with you?
Yang, that's enough. We made a choice. We wanted this.
So Crow seems reluctant
Yeah.
about it. See, Crow seems fine with this.
Granting
So,
this power to them.
whereas
no
everyone
trivial
seems to be a
task.
bit appalled.
I can assure you it was not done frivolously. It required assistance in gathering information on Salem's plans, as well as
So
searching for maidens.
they were
when
the
their hosts
spies.
became unclear.
Okay, so
So
have you done this
Raven
with
and
others?
Crow,
Like General
were like-
Ironwood or Professor Goodwitch?
it's the perfect
As
spy,
helpful as
being
that
in
might be,
disguise.
Unfortunately, it is not that simple. My power is finite, and if I'm being honest, dwindling. The amount that I gifted to Crow and Raven was, all things considered, rather minuscule. You see, centuries ago,
So he's got
I sacrificed a great deal of magic to 4 young women, who I hoped would use my gift for good.
Damn.
They were
Wizard
the
of-
first maidens.
Yes, they were. As alluded to the World of Remnant video, the
Miss Zhao Long, it was never my intention to lie to you. To any of you.
but I guess
There
it's
are just
protective
some
measures
matters
and
I prefer to play close to the chest. I believe that's how you phrased it.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah.
Everyone has a choice. The Bronwyns chose to accept their powers and the responsibilities
See, the
that
way
came with
Raven came off it seems a bit
And
more
later,
aggressive, whereas Crow's
Ozpin
just fine
chose
with
to
it.
abandon her duties in favor of her own self-interest.
Tribe.
Now, all of you have a choice. If anyone wishes to leave, now is the time. There is no shame or disgrace in abstaining,
Damn.
only in retreat.
Well, anyone want to... Seems
Very
like they're
well
staying
then.
put. Oh, but Yang
Yay?
left it a
If
bit...
Ruby sticks around, then I will too.
Oh, that's
If
just...
there's one thing I know about her, it's that she somehow always knows the right thing to do.
And she's following her lead. Nice.
But, if we're going to help, if we're going to keep risking our lives, no more lies. No more half-truths.
Full honesty from here on out. There's one more secret.
Understood.
I mean, this is a pretty big deal
So,
for Yang.
What now?
Everyone... But
what can
everyone
we do?
seems on board, so that's okay.
That is a difficult question. One that I believe is best answered tomorrow.
What do you mean?
Everything's always best
The road
left
ahead
for
is
tomorrow.
undoubtedly filled with hardships and peril. However, it's been far too long since you have all been together.
Don't
Please,
remind us.
take
Oh,
tonight.
wait, where's Blake?
Enjoy this moment.
Oh, that's... She even had a little bit of a smile.
Oh! Raven? Crow? Birds!
Oh no! I just love Nora. She's just a delight. One of my favorites. Oh god. Oh shit! Oh no!
Is Raven Bronwyn home?
Oh no!
You know,
The
I've had a real
Convict-
bad week. So I think I'm gonna take it out on you.
yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. Oh god. Yeah. I just sit
Doesn't
down.
look like he wants to cooperate, boss.
Mercury actually speaking as well.
Then make him.
Oh
I
no.
was hoping
Well,
you'd say that.
their intention was to convince the Bronwyn tribe to... Oh, just a little... Does anyone else feel sorry for that bandit? I'm not sure. Because, he's had a bad week, he's lost his tooth, and now he's got to deal with Emerald. Nice. Music seems really nice, but yeah, that as well, the food texture was just really, I don't know, spot on. It's something that just stood out in the first shot. It was just really good, but no, this was a really sick episode. They have really stepped up their animation this year. I don't know why it feels Metal Gear, the music. Oh well. But yes, that was RWBY. That was a really enjoyable episode, and I felt a lot of like charm in there. Like it was a really awesome episode to watch. A bit of informative as well, but no, it was really enjoyable in all fronts. I mean, the first act, especially when they were reminiscing about what they did in Volume 4 with RWBY mentioning about the Nuka-Lavi, because she made that comment with the with Ren and how that was an especially important battle for him. But on the other side as well, Weiss mentioning about the party. I think that was in Chapter 5 of Volume 4, I'm not sure. Chapter 5, 6 or 7, I don't know, around about then. But we know that, I think it was Chapter 5. I'll probably have to go back, and if I've nailed it on the head, then kudos to me. But yes, I really enjoyed the fact that they were reminiscing about their time in Volume 4 after being separated, because this is the first, that was the first time that we saw a great, like, I don't know, length that they were separated from each other, especially the RWBY gang. But yeah, it was really good seeing them reminisce. It was a really enjoyable first part of the episode, especially with all the throwbacks to Vomit Boy, of course. Going back to it actually did feel, the first part felt very reminiscent of what RWBY used to be like. Now it's all some serious and hard-hitting stuff, but no, it was really enjoyable, especially Nora and Yang. I'm sure that was cheating on Yang's part. I'm going to have to clarify that. I don't think that's in the rules of arm wrestling, but we'll just wait and see. But no, that was a really enjoyable thing. As like I said, the Nora and Yang battle was just really awesome to watch. And I think Nora as a whole was just really great. Especially the last line of the whole Mistral story, where like she was like, "Their bird cracked it." Nora's just a delight always to watch. But yes. Ozpin also confirming the fact that he turned Raven and Crow into birds. Crow seemed like a lot calmer demonstrating that, whereas Raven was a bit more vicious. So I was thinking, it's funny how like Crow has that reluctancy. Like, go ahead, but of course. Ozpin stating that he did that, and how it was beneficial in terms of spy, because they are the perfect spies, turning them into birds. And plus, being a bird, I mean, it's not like it's at random points. It's free will of when they choose to be the birds, as Raven did demonstrate with the fact that she was demonstrating about how she could turn into a bird and then freely pop out as a human. So it's not really all bad, but I mean, like Crow said, he's accepting it, and yeah, he also made that choice about how Raven didn't stay behind, went back to her tribe and whatnot, and that can kind of be confirmed with the fact that Crow is supporting of the Huntsman now, whereas Raven still has that attachment to kill. Because remember, going back into Chapter 6, where their original intent was to learn and kill Huntsman. Crow's not doing that stick anymore. So whereas Raven still has no problem with it if you go by remembrance after that Huntsman was dying because of the bandits. So yeah, I mean, it was really informative. A bit more like to the story with Raven and Crow, which was really good stuff to see. Also confirming about Ozpin's ability, being the Wizard of Oz, really, when he was referring to the maidens, of course. For those who don't know, it was part of a World Remnant video, of course, when they were explaining about the 4 maidens. But yeah, it was really informative stuff for Ozpin, and I just loved the reaction from because it was, I just actually loved how it differentiated to a happy and joyful scenario in the first stint, and then in the second part of the whole Mistral stuff, it was all serious and concerning stuff, especially with Yang. But I just love that though. Like, if RWBY has some faith in you, then I have no reason to walk out, because she's trusting of RWBY. I just love that from Yang. It was really good stuff to see. But no, that was really, really enjoyable. And then we got the last part where Cinder's team, with Watts filling in on the Neo situation, it seems, confronting the bandits. And yeah, that's going to be really... See, this is where things start to get juicy, because of course, going back to chapter 2 of this volume, where Salem says that Cinder's team needs to convince the Brandwood tribe to support them. So it's going to be interesting to see how that goes down. And yeah, I'm wondering as well with Cinder's involvement, of course, there, like if she will, because she still has that passion of hatred against Ruby. So I'm wondering if like there'll be a moment where Cinder, if she does learn about Raven's semblance, if Cinder will try and use that opportunity to go to Mistral early to try and deal with Ruby, because she's got a burning desire to deal with Ruby. And I'm wondering if that kind of like hesitation, I'm not sure if you can call it hesitation, but I'm sure Salem will be advising, like, Ruby comes in second. You have to make this deal with the Brandwood tribe stick first before you can actually get to Ruby. I think dealing with Ruby with the attack on Haven is the more important deal, rather than just settling the score herself. But like I said, she's got that burning desire, so who knows. There was something else I was going to mention as well. I don't know. I've forgotten. I just literally had it in my head 10 seconds ago, but that's how great I am. But no, that was a really, really great episode. Like I said, Nora just really, really amazing. But a lot of information delved out there with Ozpin, talking about how he made the Brandwood twins into crows, and, well, ravens, should I say, for Raven's part, and how he was giving off magic as well. Like, it was brilliantly put about how he was able to generate magic to, like, give off to the maidens, to the Brandwins. So I'm wondering what else he used his magic for as well, because I know he is, like, it's limited for him. As mentioned, it's finite. But I'd be interested to see what else he was able to do with his magic as well. So we'll just have to wait and see if any more information does come up from that. But it was a really enjoyable episode. Juicy stuff is coming up with the whole Salem stuff, with Cinder's team going to the tribe. It'll be really interesting to see how that goes down. But awesome episode, brilliant stuff. I can't wait for the next episode of RWBY. So I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Pizza channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!